Yo, what's up? What's up, everybody? How you doing? It's a guest as usual. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and this is another stream as usual. You know how we do it every weekend. We always have live streams hosting a couple of people in the YouTube fitness game, people who are into wellness and health. So today it's no different. Today I have an interesting guest, and we're going to be talking basically about yoga. So if you have any questions about yoga, please drop your questions down in the live chat so that I'll put them straight to our host. But wherever you're streaming us from, welcome. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. I'll come to this afternoon stream. Streaming live from Uganda. It's 4 p.m. East African time. Wherever you're streaming us from, please let me know in the live chat. So, guys, remember, we also have our membership. If you're interested in joining our membership, we have affordable packs for you starting as low as 99 cents. So if you want to get those jackets, those exclusive jackets for yourselves, please click the join button and become an exclusive member on my YouTube channel. But otherwise, you're welcome. Shiko McKenna, I see you. Hi, how you doing? NK Esther, I see you. Thanks so much for joining. You're welcome. Sylvia, I see you. Thanks so much for joining. I appreciate you. I appreciate you all the time. So if you have all your yoga questions, please, I have a yoga expert right here. She's going to be answering all your questions. Please drop all your questions in the live chat and I'll put them straight to her. Hope everybody out there, you're having a good time. Happy Women's Day in advance to all the women in the world. Much respect, much respect. We wouldn't be here if there was no woman, right? So I respect you so much. Happy Women's Day in advance. But if you're watching this stream later, please remember to comment down below. Remember to like the stream so that I can know that you actually watched this and learned something. So without wasting much of your time, allow me bring in my guest. Oh, hey, welcome.
Hello, hello. Good afternoon.
People, who are you and where do you hail from?
I am LAMICKE. I'm a certified yoga instructor living in Germany, in Duisburg, that's the northwestern of Germany. And I come originally from Cameroon. Yeah, I've been practicing yoga since 2016. I started teaching in 2018 and got my certificate just a few weeks ago. So yeah, I teach vinyasa, a couple of styles of yoga. So I won't go to the details right now, confusing us. Yeah, that's in global what I am, a yoga teacher, teaching yoga, living in Germany, and I've been practicing and I try to teach what I practice, try to bring our mind and our body in harmony through my yoga practice.
Exactly, and I'm profounded to, honored to have you today to, talk about this yoga stuff and all that kind of stuff. So I hope the viewers out there have so many questions, and if they want to ask any questions about yoga, let them drop their questions in the live chat, and I'll put all the questions straight to your face. Let's first, before we even dive into the topic today, the main topic, let's first understand what is this thing called yoga.
Yoga, just this word yoga means union. So what is yoga trying to unite? It's trying to bring our minds, our body into harmony, harmony through the mind and body using physical exercises, using the breath, using poses and meditation, positive affirmation, and also our nutrition to bring our mind and our body into union, to bring us into the present moment. So that's what yoga is. How do we
Oh,
do that? We use various exercises. We use our breath, especially, and the yoga poses.
Oh, perfect, perfect. So I know there are so many beginners out there. They've been hearing this thing called yoga and all that kind of stuff, but they didn't have perhaps the right information maybe to get started. So can maybe tell us about the frequent asked questions about yoga and answer them like to your clients? What are those frequent asked questions about yoga and how do you get them started with yoga?
Most people come asking, is yoga for me? What is yoga? So we always like yoga is for everybody. It doesn't matter your body size, it doesn't matter your gender, where you come from, your religion, because yoga is not a religion. People get mixed up with that. So no matter where you're coming from, no matter what kind of work of life, your mental, your physical and health state, you could be really sick, physically impaired, but there is also yoga which is for you. So yoga is for everybody. Anybody can practice yoga. You can practice yoga on your chair. We can already do yoga sitting on this chair. You can practice yoga in your bed, on the mat, on the street, at your workplace. So wherever you are, you can practice, incorporate aspects of yoga. People also ask, what do they need to do yoga? Because they see most yoga as people with fancy workout attires and everything. You don't need all of that to start yoga. You don't even need a mat to start yoga. You just need the decision to do something for yourself.
Oh, perfect, perfect. And there's this thing that is, I think, this is just my general observation.
Hmm.
Why are so women into yoga compared to men? I mean, you can hardly find a man really practicing those poses and other kind of stuff. Why that? What is so unique about yoga and women?
In yoga, you learn how to connect with yourself. You learn how to love yourself, accept yourself. You learn how to be in the present moment, and it also helps your spiritual evolution. The feminine gender is more prone to ask those existential questions, to want to change things. We have this nurturing energy as women. We have this loving energy, and most often, we want to learn how to nurture our environment, nurture our children, partner, everybody around us, nurture ourselves. And often in life, we get stuck somewhere and we start asking ourselves those questions. When you start asking those questions, maybe you'll be led towards yoga. And women are more prone to this subliminal energy, which makes them now want to practice yoga, want to know more, want to answer those questions, want to feel better. More and more there are men getting into that, and with this generation XY, many people are getting into wanting to know themselves, answer these questions, feel better, and also practice yoga.
Oh, and I'll ask that question. Let's look at the difference between yoga, mobility, and flexibility, stretching, and other kinds of stuff. What's the relationship between that? Stretching, yoga, and mobility. Because some people confuse mobility to yoga.
Thank you for your question. In yoga, you have stretching, you have mobility. Yoga helps you to increase your mobility, helps you to stretch more, helps you to be more flexible. The difference between all of those things is that yoga integrates breath, it integrates positive thinking, it integrates presence into those movements. So, yoga is not just the physical aspect, but it's also a mental, emotional, psychological aspect. That's what makes yoga more whole, more complete. So, if you go to the gym and you're just stretching your body, you limit this awareness. Yoga will bring you into the awareness to feel into your body, feel into the muscle you're stretching, and at times some emotions get released. So you're going to also connect with that emotion, connect with that feeling. That's what makes yoga maybe special or whole.
Before you even go further, someone in the chat has a question and she goes by, can a person who has high blood pressure but wants to maybe reduce their weight do yoga?
Thank you. What's her name?
She's called Sylvia.
Hi, Sylvia. Thank you for your question. If you have high blood pressure and you want to practice yoga, I'll advise you talk to your physician first, and then with the advice of your physician, the advice of your doctor, you're going to find an instructor who's going to help you through this. Also talk to your yoga instructor about your health and physical issues before you start practicing. There are poses that are going to be helpful for you. There are poses which are going to help you reduce your weight and lower your blood pressure. So always talk to a physician before you start practicing, and also make your yoga instructor know what you're dealing with.
Oh, perfect.
Does
The most
that answer
important
the
thing is
question?
to get a recommendation from the physician first.
Yes, get a recommendation to your physician. Your physician will always obviously tell you to work out. He will tell you to do yoga. He could also even advise you to do yoga. let your yoga instructor know your physical impediment. Every yoga instructor will ask you when you're attending a class if you have any health issues so that they know what they're working with. They know what kind of poses they're working with. They know what kind of poses to advise you to do. So it's always good to know, let both parties know and listen to your body, because I may tell you a pose is good for you, and when you do it, you don't feel good. So it's always very important to listen to your body also in the yoga poses while practicing.
Oh, perfect. And if you could help me turn up the little bit of your volume before I ask you a little bit of the types of yoga.
I don't know if my volume is turned up, if it's different now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now it's different. Now we can
It's
hear you
better.
loud and clear. It's
Okay,
better.
perfect. Yes. So what was your question, please?
So I was saying, there are like types of yoga that someone can get started with. Is there like advanced yoga? Is there like beginner yoga? Are there types that someone can get started with?
There are first of all six main types of yoga, and in every kind of yoga there are stages. So there is hatha yoga, which is the physical, the combination of the moon and the sun energy, the feminine and the masculine energy, where you do physical poses and you hold for long. If you're a beginner, you should really start from the easiest hatha yoga pose. You should know which kind of hatha yoga you're getting into. There's bhakti yoga, which is mostly meditation, praying, singing songs, singing mantras, which help you to connect with the astral energy or God or Buddha or whatever higher power you connect with. There is kundalini yoga, which is much more with energies, dealing with your energy centers in your body, your heart, opening your heart energy, opening your vital energy, opening your intuition. There is Yana yoga, which is philosophy, which is a yoga philosophy, asking yourself, who am I? What am I? What's my purpose in life? There is Raja yoga, which is mostly meditation, connecting with yourself, connecting with your breath, connecting with the astral powers, and also connecting in the present moment. And finally, there is Karma Yoga, which is yoga of service, doing things without expecting reward. So, all of these yogas, you can always find them in different aspects of life. You can do it for yourself, you can do it on the mat. Karma yoga can be when you go to the house and you just start cleaning the dishes or arranging your house without expecting anybody to come and tell you thank you. Or with your children, if you have children, with all the work you do for your children, you don't expect a reward, you don't expect a paycheck at the end of the month. That is also Karma yoga. Or just cleaning, making sure the street is clean, making sure your environment is clean, doing things for people without expecting reward. There are many stages of yoga. When you're going to a yoga class, find out if the yoga class is fit for beginners or whatever stage it is. Some people say beginner practice, and you get into there and you realize it's not meant for you, it's not suitable for your level. So it's always good to get the information also at the beginning. Talk with your instructor, find out what your body can do, because you may be somebody who has never moved in your life and you want to start doing yoga today. There are exercises which will suit you. You may be somebody who is already like fit, so you can fit yourself into any stage of a yoga practice. It's always good to know what you're dealing with, what you're expected, and what you'll receive in the class.
Oh, perfect, perfect. I think that's well explained. That's really so much basic information for someone who want to get started with yoga. So let's dive into our topic today. Let's first talk about yoga and stress. What's the relationship? How can someone alleviate their stress using yoga?
I'll first talk about symptoms of stress. When you're stressed, your breath is shallow. When you're stressed, your muscles are tight, you're tight, your alignment is, yeah, you start rounding yourself or clenching. When you're stressed, you have problems with your digestion, your heartbeat is it's racing, you have heart problems, and then the worst stage of stress is burnout. So how can yoga help you alleviate stress? Stress is when you stretch time, you live from this moment, from the here and now, and you're extended, you're far in your thinking about tomorrow, you're trying to fix things in the future, or if you have too many things that you can't control, if you're taking more than you can handle. By doing yoga, yoga helps you to breathe slowly, to be aware of your breath, to take care of your breath, to really connect between your breath. This shallow breath aspect in stress, this fight or flight mechanism in stress, you lower it with your breath. In yoga, you relax your muscles, you stretch your muscles. So all the tense muscles, the muscles always in your shoulders, you always panicking and waiting for the next shoe to drop. Yoga helps you to get off your guard, calm down, and reconnect into the present moment. Doing yoga also, we advise our students to think of their nutrition, eat healthy, move. If you're moving, if you're opening your heart, you're freeing yourself, you release also the stress that is in your life, and listen to your body. Always think about yourself first, connect with yourself first before other people. We get stressed when we want to fix everything around us without knowing our capacity, our capability to handle the things that are coming to us. So that way, yoga really, like doing the various exercises you do, you connect with your body, connect with your breath, release your muscles, and also think positively. Remember that whatever is going on now is not a definition of your life, and there is always a possibility for change. That no matter how bad the situation is, there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
Oh, perfect. Somebody just asked me a question. What's the difference between yoga and meditation? They seem to always confuse that too.
Yoga, yoga has many physical poses, many poses, that postures and breath and slow down, and yoga is a key way to meditation. You practice yoga so that you can sit in meditation. If my hips are not relaxed, for instance, I won't be able to sit cross-legged comfortably for 10-15 minutes. So doing the yoga exercises permits me to be able to have this cross-legged sit, and to be able to sit here calmly, relax, slow down my thoughts, and just be present, which is meditation. In the yoga exercises, I'm going to stretch my hips, I'm going to move my body, I'm going to also connect to my breath. But yoga has much more movement. Meditation is still, meditation is calming. So that's the difference between yoga and meditation. They are part, yoga is part, meditation is part of yoga practice.
Oh, that's interesting. I myself, I didn't know how to differentiate between the two because I understand a lot of meditation in, relieving stress and other kind of stuff, but I didn't know its relationship with yoga. It's just good that you've put it into perspective.
Thank you.
So I understand there's a lot of relationship between stress and mental health. Let's first talk about that, how stress affects your mental health before we talk about how yoga can improve your mental health.
When you're stressed, you can't think straight. And when you can't think straight, you keep on, you're blocked, your energy, you cannot figure out things, you cannot think logically, you cannot also trust. So once you're stressed, your body, your mind is not acting well, your mind is more focused, and your intuition is not, you don't give room to your intuition. So I think stress hampers your thought. Imagine that you think a lion is going to eat you up, all what you think is to be active and run away. But if you can calm down, you can assess the situation, you can analyze and see, okay, what can I do in this situation? Which way do I go? Do I just close the door and I'm safe, or do I have to jump off a cliff? So that's the difference, how yoga can help you um, balance your mental health, or stress can limit your mental situation. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. So I understand like it's really it's especially in this era. There's a lot of stress. I understand we all have stressors in life, but um how you tend to go about your stress is what's the most important thing. How to fix your stress or how to reduce your stress levels is the most important thing. I understand there's nobody out there who doesn't have stress at all. We all have stress factors in our lives, but then how do we go about them? So now let's talk about now yoga and improving your mental health, because I understand stress can lead towards stuff like depression and other kind of stuff. So how does yoga help improve your mental health, especially if you're at that level where you're into so much into depression?
There's a good distinction that we can make when we're talking about stress. There is positive stress and there is the negative stress. Positive stress is this stress that, oh, I'm doing something new, I'm motivated, I want to know more, I want to know more, I want to do more, I want to get more. This is a good kind of stress when you start a new job and you're learning something new, or you start like learning a new hobby or learning yoga. It's positively motivating. So when you have this positive stress or stress, go along with it, listen to your body, and don't try to overdo. When you have the negative stress where everything is so much, your muscles are tight, you're afraid for your life, you're distressed, it's always good to take a step back, look at the situation, analyze, use your breath, try to realize that this try to see what you can do in this situation to reduce the stress. It may be that you're working too much, you're taking from everywhere and you're overdoing for yourself. So try to reduce the kind of things you're doing. If it's already affecting your mental health, if you're feeling sick and depressed already at that stage, at times it helps to move. Maybe you're depressed, you're not even doing anything, you're not going out. Go out, enjoy the sun, smell the flowers, see that you're alive, you're breathing, which is a good aspect already. You have every day you wake up is a gift, and make use of that gift. Exercise, eat healthy, talk to people about what you're going through. Don't bottle it up everything and try to figure out everything on your own. We are not an island. That's why we are social beings. So you can talk to a friend, somebody will elevate your stress. Look for positive things to do. Those are the things that yoga encourages or helps you to improve your mental health. During a yoga class, we'll use affirmations, tell you I'm alive, I am healthy, I am strong, I am beautiful, I am enough. All of those things, feeling not enough, feeling not strong, feeling not beautiful, not comfortable, not to belong. Those things are stress factors. So yoga encourages you with positive thinking, exercises, movement, appreciating the present moment, and not trying to figure out 5 days ahead. Just try to figure out today. Just try to go through whatever you're doing at that moment. Connect with the moment and just live in little compartment. Maybe 1 day compartment, 1 day at a time. That helps
Oh,
us when you're depressed. If you're depressed, really try to take 1 day at a time. 1 day, today, now, this hour. And you realize when you come to today, now, this moment, actually everything is good. You're fine, you're healthy, you're breathing, and maybe you're listening to me.
um, let's look at the frequency. How can someone how many times should someone do yoga, for example, in a week to get maximum results?
Oh, listen to your body first. Everybody is different. Every person has a different capacity to cope. When you're starting yoga, it's like starting a habit, you're building a muscle. It's better to show up for yourself. Make a timetable, maybe once a week at the beginning, but as you go on, maybe 3 times a week. I practice every day, but I won't tell everybody practice every day. Listen to your body. And how long you practice or how often you practice also depends on how you feel doing it. So there is no ideally we'll tell you to practice every day. But if every day doesn't work for you, listen to that. If every practicing every day doesn't work for you, really do listen to that, lean into that feeling. 10 minutes of yoga in a day, it's more than enough. It's even more better than spending 2 hours in 1 day a week. So little bite size, take it bite size and try to feel into your body and show up for yourself. Actually, when you're doing yoga, the most important thing you should remember is that you're doing something for you, and you're that important that you can take the time for yourself. You can offer yourself that maybe 10 minutes a day or 10 to 30 minutes a day.
Oh, perfect. Someone just sent me a text and they were asking, they always see these crazy moves when people doing yoga, you know, and they are worries about the level of flexibility and mobility. How much mobility and flexible do you need to be to do this yoga? Should someone first focus on the flexibility and mobility so that they are good in that aspect to get started with yoga, or they should just start no matter how flexible they are?
Okay, even like there is a video I saw on internet about a really fat, I've forgotten his name, is Andrew or someone who did yoga, who practiced yoga. He was really fat, immobile and everything. He listened to his body, going one step at a time. If I take my leg and I put on my head, I don't expect you on your first yoga class to do that. So that's something that we should avoid, this internet yoga, these crazy poses that we see online. I am one of those people. I put also some crazy poses. But look at what I'm saying. It's a journey. I started practicing 2016, and I would say I'm flexible because from my childhood I was kind of flexible. I've always been doing some kind of sport or the other, or stretching my body in one way or the other. If you're starting yoga, maybe your tree pose would not have your leg on your thigh. Your tree pose may just have your leg with your on your feet. Listen to your body, it's very important. And the body can be trained, flexibility can be achieved. Just keep on showing up for yourself daily or as often as you can, and doing it step by step and working your way towards maybe a pose. Yoga is not about that end pose, it's the journey. And you appreciate it very much if you see it as a journey rather than a goal. A pose should not be your main goal. Your main goal should be the journey, what you're learning on your way to that pose.
So right now, some people actually never have heard about yoga or seen somebody doing yoga. So I'm just gonna share a clip of you so that it can bring us up to speed of what this yoga is all about. Because some people will believe what you're doing first. So let me do that in a flash so that everybody knows what we about.
Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm LAMICKE and I have a quickie yoga session for you. So if you want to start your day with yoga or any time of your day, you can come back to this practice. All you need is your mat and some comfortable clothes. So let's get started. We're going to start in child's pose. So bring your toes together. Big toes touch and your knees as wide as the mat, and just melt your glutes to the mat and stretch your hands. Bring your skull to the mat, melt your breast towards the mat. Inhale, exhale, relax into this child's pose. Feel your belly expand and contract the space between your feet, your legs. Feel your belly expand and contract the space between your legs. Inhale, stretch your hands. Exhale, melt your glutes towards your feet. I invite you to set an intention for your practice. Maybe your intention is just to be more present. Maybe your intention is to care for yourself and just show yourself more love. Whatever this intention is, seal it with a breath. Deep breath in and exhale through the nose. Soften on your body. Stretch your hands, melt your glutes towards your feet. Inhale, lift your upper body and come to tabletop. Bring your knees below your hip. Your feet are hip wide apart. Your hands are underneath your shoulders, and we're going to go into cat and cow just to warm our spine. Inhale, lift up, look up to the sky. Exhale, draw an imaginary line with your nose, chin to chest. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, lift. Breathe, open your breast, open your chest. Exhale, chin to chest, round through the back, press away from the mat. Inhale, lift up. Smile. Exhale, bring your chin to chest.
The next inhale, come back to tabletop and step your right hand in front of your mat, and we're going to go into thread the needle. So open, inhale, open up through the left, stretch your hands to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle, bring your left hand to the right part of your mat and look to the right. Inhale, lift, follow with your gaze. Exhale, thread the needle with your gaze. Inhale, lift one more time. Open your heart. Exhale, thread the needle. Place your left shoulder on the mat, left ear on the mat. And you can stretch your right hand if you want to the top of your mat. And bring your left hip back to the left. You should feel a little stretch on your right upper body. Inhale and exhale. Next inhale, crawl with your fingertips back towards your ear. Press up and open your chest, get wide. Exhale, place your hands on the mat. We'll go to the next side. So make a step with your left hand towards the front of your mat. Inhale, lift, open your chest, get big. Exhale, thread the needle. Bring your right ear to the mat. Inhale, lift, open up. Exhale to the left. Inhale one more time, lift, get exposed, open yourself. Exhale, thread the needle. Place your right shoulders on the mat, right ear on the mat, and you can stretch your left hand to the top of your mat and bring your hips back to the right. Find your alignment. Inhale, exhale. The next inhale, crawl with your fingers back towards your ears. Press with your left hand, open up to the right. And exhale, place your right hand on the mat. Shake it out. We'll go into extended tabletop. So come to the center of your mat. Bring your suck up your belly button. You can bring the backs of your feet on the ground. Inhale, lift your right leg to the back. Stretch your leg. Point your toes towards your nose. You can stay here. Or if you're looking for more in this position, you can just lift your left hand from the mat and stretch it out to the front. Look at a point in front of you. Inhale, lift and stretch. Exhale, round. Bring your elbow to your knees. Inhale, lift and stretch. Exhale, elbow and knee kiss. Inhale, lift. Stretch out. Exhale, elbow and knees kiss. And hold here and press away from the mat. Round your back and hold for 3, for 2, for 1. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, place everything back on the mat. Right side. Yoga is about balance and harmony. So we seek this balance and harmony in every exercise we do. So inhale, stretch out your left leg out, straight out to the back.
So there she goes. At least someone now has a perspective of yoga or has something to know about yoga, what we're talking about. There's something I wanted to ask about that. What the relevance of breathing? How important is breathing when it comes to yoga?
Our breath is one of the most powerful tools to connect us to the present moment. At times, if you focus on your breath, you go away from your mind. You lift up here, which is always working, and you give your mind something else to concentrate on. So we are trying to connect into to come back to this moment, to come back into the present, and to feel into the poses. When you're moving with your connecting with the breath, it also helps you to get into the pose a little more deeper and connect into the moment.
Oh, perfect. Because as you can see, every time I watch yoga videos, the instructor is always focusing on the breathing. Are there techniques of breathing or just our normal breathing?
Oh, there are a lot of breathing techniques. There are really a lot of breathing techniques you can have. The easiest will be the normal inhale and exhaling and concentrating and focusing on your inhalation, we could also try one right now to see how it brings us into the present moment. If you permit, I'll invite our viewers to just sit down, plant your feet on the mat on the floor. So wherever you're sitting, maybe you were sitting with your leg up, try to place both feet on the ground and feel the ground below you. Feel this connection that you have with the ground. Next, try to feel your seat bones on the chair, both seat bones, and then come to your upper body. Feel your belly and bring your right hand, place your right hand on your belly button. Relax your shoulders, relax your gaze. And when you inhale, feel how your belly button pushes outward. And exhale, feel how your belly button comes in. Inhale, belly button pushes outward, it's pushing on your hands. Exhale, your belly button sucks in. Relax your shoulders. Inhale, your belly button pushes out. And exhale, belly button pushes in. Inhale and exhale. Relax, and you can open your eyes or you can just stay there and continue enjoying the connection between your breath and the movement of your belly button in and out. And you will notice that this little breathing exercise, it connects your body, it connects you back into in the present moment, and you also feel how your body, your diaphragm moves with your breath. That's like the easy yogic breathing. And also we can have the full yogic breathing. There is also the alternative yogic breathing from one nostril to the other. And we have also the fire breathing. There are a lot of breathing techniques and they have different aims. There are some breathing techniques which are meant to activate you, to make you have more energy. There are some breathing techniques which are meant to calm you down, prepare you for meditation, or if you have a job interview and you're panic, you're tense, you're sweating, you can use those breathing techniques to calm you down. I actually practiced one before we started here because otherwise I'll be all over the place. To bring my energy back to focus into the moment, I usually do breathing work.
Yeah, and that's very important because I understand most of the people, yes, we are breathing, normal and all that, but most of us we actually practice shallow breathing. Most of us never breathe like and you feel like you've really taken in enough. We always do shallow breathing. I think
Yeah.
it's very important, especially when it comes to exercise. But also, I think breathing is good when you're taking a deep breath and you feel like it's pushing your belly button. It's different from when you're taking a shallow breath.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
It's,
Most
it's,
often we
it's,
breathe from the chest and we don't this relationship of the inhale pushing your belly in. When you inhale deeply, really inhale deeply, you realize that your diaphragms are pushed down so your belly button expands. And when you take out all the air, your diaphragm is empty and your organs also shift back up. So this deep breath, it helps us also. At most often we breathe just shallow, our lung capacity is reduced, especially now with corona, COVID being everywhere. Breathing is another way of preventing or helping or increasing your lung capacity, increasing your lung, or even when you're working out, you're doing jogging, you lose your breath. But if you learn how to breathe from your stomach, from deep within, you can also have more resistance, more consistency in other sports when you're lifting weight or if you're jogging, if you're dancing, you need your breath.
Exactly. And let's look at especially when you're breathing. I understand some people will tend to breathe in using their mouth, others will use their nose. So which one is perfect? Which one should someone focus on if they really want to take in that very important big breath?
I think all the breathing techniques are important. All of them have their purpose, they have their use. If you're breathing, it's really important to breathe in through the nose because you have your nose hair and like the hair in your nose with air, and then your nostrils like moisten the air also before it gets into your lungs. It filters it cleanses the air. At times you can breathe out through your mouth, which is not always ideal. You can breathe out through your mouth as a cleansing breath, like to release everything. It's also good in some yoga poses. But also when you breathe out through your nostrils, the air is not dry. You realize when you're breathing through your mouth, you're drying your mouth out. You're losing moisture around your body. But if you use it through the nose, in and out, it's moistened, it's cleansed before it comes in. It also comes out at a controlled rate. You can control it more when you're using your nostrils rather than your mouth. There are some parts in yoga that they will tell you take a deep breath in through the nose and let it out through the mouth. But all day, it's not the ideal breathing technique. It's not ideal for you to breathe all day through your nose or through your mouth. If you're breathing through your mouth, you get all the germs from the environment also in, and you get dry air, or this moisture is also lost when you breathe out through the mouth. So it's important at times to do a cleansing breath out through the mouth, but ideally use your nose to breathe in and out.
Yeah, thanks so much for clearing that. Some of us find someone they are breathing so hard using their mouth, and God made it in such a way that He made a respiratory system very safe for you. Put a lot of bacteria. There are a lot of cilia there, so that can cleanse all that air coming in. So when you breathe in using your mouth, sometimes you miss out on all this kind of stuff. We are almost at the end of the stream. I want you to in summary tell us especially about the topic, to just re-echo the actual benefits of yoga, and especially in relation to mental health, for somebody who has just joined us, so that they are not lost from here.
Thank you very much. So, yoga is first of all unity between mind and body. Practicing yoga, cultivating a yoga practice helps to increase your flexibility in your body, helps to relax your muscles, helps to connect you in the present moment. Connecting in the present moment, connecting to the present, and being aware of where we are, what we are doing, our life, our environment helps us to reduce stress. Stress is when we think too far ahead. We're stretching the fabric of time into a future which is unknown. And yoga helps us to practice acceptance, love, positive thinking. Positive thinking, acceptance help us to have a healthy mental state, a positive lifestyle, balance mental health, and reduce depression, reduce stress. So yoga and mental health are interconnected. If you're stressed and you're depressed, moving in various positions, it will give you a sense of joy, a sense of freedom, a sense of possibility, which is what we encourage when we promote yoga.
Perfect. Anything you still want to tell the viewers right now before we can get out of here?
I'll encourage everybody to try yoga, and maybe I may not be your ideal yoga teacher. Maybe on my channel you'll not find what speaks to you. Practice, try a couple more yoga teachers, try many other yoga teachers, so that you find one teacher that you can connect with and continue or build your practice with. Yoga is beneficial for everybody. Anybody can do it, no matter your health status. Even if you're physically impaired, you can always practice yoga. Do your best to breathe, to be aware of your breath, and take the time every day, maybe just 1 minute, to calm down, maybe breathe, connecting with your hand and your stomach, and really connecting with this deep, nourishing breath. And life is beautiful. Have fun, especially when you're practicing yoga. We're too serious in life. So make sure you're having fun no matter what you do, no matter where you are. That helps you also to reduce your stress. So do something that makes you feel happy, and find a physical exercise, find yoga, find something that keeps you happy, connected, and your physical health. That will also help to improve your mental health. Thank you.
Oh, that's wonderful, guys. We've come to the end of the stream. Thanks so much for honoring my invitation and coming on my channel to talk about this. And where can people find you?
First of all, thank you very much for inviting me. Thank you for sharing your space with me. I have a yoga channel, like my name, LAMICKE Yoga, on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram. My Instagram feed has my yoga journey from when I started, when I struggle with poses, because at times in the yoga videos, you may think that we're perfect, that's where we started. I share my journey, how I'm struggling with my poses, how I'm working towards poses, what I'm struggling with in my personal life, and how my yoga practice helps me to overcome difficulties and keep a positive mental state. And my Instagram handle is also LAMICKE Yoga. You'll find me on Facebook. It's LAMICKE Dobbs. If you check my YouTube banner, you'll see my social media. I usually also have live sessions, so I'll take this opportunity to invite you all for my live session on the 17th of March. That's going to be my birthday. And as a giveaway, I'm offering a free yoga class here on YouTube. That will be at 7 p.m. Or I will put the announcement out and you can join me either on the same day or later on. On my channel, I post every week a yoga video or an affirmation meditation that you can practice from. If you have questions, you can write to me on Instagram or email me. I'm always available for you. Thank you.
Perfect, perfect. And happy Women's Day. That's all I can say right now.
Thank
Here
you
in
very much. Thank you. And I wish a
yes,
happy
I
Women's Day
don't
to
know if you
all the women
celebrate it.
out there.
I don't know if you celebrate it there in German.
It's not a public holiday. They celebrate it in the media, but when I used to be in Cameroon, I think it was like a partial public holiday. Some people had off, or there was a demonstration, a march past, and partying everywhere. But in Germany, it's a little more silent. I think we Africans look for every opportunity to celebrate. In Germany, it's yeah, it's known as International Women's Day, but it's not a public holiday.
Oh, here it's a public holiday and it's a Monday, so I understand people, it came on the right day from the weekend to a public holiday, and that's why
Oh,
people.
I wish I could come there for the public holiday and for the sun.
Yeah, yeah, of course. But otherwise, thanks so much for coming through, and I'm just looking forward to having you again.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the time. Thank you for inviting me. And I look forward to doing this sometime again.
Bye.
Bye bye.